Max Grecke. I'm a Swedish illustrator concept artist, and I do work for Blizzard, Riot, Marvel, also doing some stuff for Netflix and DC right now, so a lot of amazing projects being done and also working on right now. I mean, it's like the typical answer where you've always been drawing as a kid throughout your whole life, but at a certain point you realize that if you want to turn this into a profession, you gotta put in the hours and you gotta start learning the work properly as well. So at the age of 18, I just decided that I gotta start drawing every day to hopefully become as good as the artist that I looked up to. No, I'm all self-taught from home. I mean, mostly because there was a lack of schools that had the direction that I wanted to go in Sweden. The option was like either moving to the US or going to an education that was more game focused, where I had to learn 3D art and stuff like that. And at the time I knew that I wanted to focus on the 2D aspect of making games and all of that. So it was basically the lack of schools that pushed me to do being self-taught. I mean, how long, like, it's been a long time now, and at the time it didn't really exist a lot of content back then as it does now with Gumroad, and
still?
There was still Gumroad, not Gumroad, YouTube tutorials and stuff like that. Yeah, which I could not afford at the time. So,
yeah, they were really expensive back then.
Yeah, I spent the most time trying to figure out specifically what style I wanted to do, and trying out realistic stuff, trying out more cartoony, anime styles, all sorts of stuff, till I found something that felt like me, I guess. I think a lot of people get caught up on the idea of should I study anatomy and should I study proportions, specifically for character art then, which I do. And I think people overthink too much what they should study and what they should not study and stuff like that, whereas they should just mostly draw as much as possible. I think that's the thing, that's being productive as much as possible, as many hours a day as you can, and constantly pushing yourself to do art instead of getting caught up on the small details of what you should study and what you shouldn't study. I think the idea of having fun with art and being productive is much more important. I feel like it hasn't really been anything new that I want to study, but it's actually kind of backtracking stuff that I, like you said, like, oh, shadows behave a certain way and light behaves a certain way and materials behave in their ways, and like back when I realized that stuff and I wanted to learn it, I feel like you do so much art and you lose some of that. So sometimes I feel like I need to backtrack a bit and relearn a few things that because I didn't properly understand it the first time. So I kind of feel like sometimes you need to take a step back and look at your own art, and there's still a lot of things that you thought you might know that you didn't know. Being productive every day and having I really feel strongly about having fun with art is the thing that's most important, and you shouldn't forget that, because that's the thing that's going to keep you productive all the time and keep doing art all the time as well. And you should never forget to have fun with it.